This particular video is not sponsored by Starbucks, but they sponsor my entire life. Thanks for paying my bills, guys. Hey guys, it's Zoe, and today I'm going to be talking about 10 series that went on for far too long. The series that I chose for this video are at least 10 books long, including immediate prequels or sequels, but not including any spin-offs. One of these series is a spin-off in and of itself, but it just took on a life of its own and became 10 books long. I own at least a few books of all of these series. I haven't finished all of them, but they are on the list to actually finish when I get time to commit 8 million years to finishing these ridiculously long series. I'm going to be going in order from the shortest series to the longest series. With that, let's get into this video. First series on this list is The Confessions of Georgia Nicolson by Louise Rennison. This series comes in at 10 books exactly. It's one of my favorite series. I've mentioned it several times on my channel. The books in this series are Angus, Thongs, and Full Frontal Snogging, On the Bright Side, I'm Now the Girlfriend of a Sex God, Knocked Out by My Nunga Nungas, Dancing in My Nudie Pants, Away Laughing on a Fast Camel, Then He Ate My Boy Entrancers, Startled by His Furry Shorts, Love is a Many-Trousered Thing, Stop in the Name of Pants, and finally, Are These My Basumas I See Before Me. I know some of the titles are different in the UK. I don't remember which ones are different, and I don't remember what the actual UK titles are, but these are the names for these versions that I have. This series follows a young teenager named Georgia and all of the shenanigans that she gets up to with her friends that they call the Ace Gang. The next series is also 10 books long, and it's the one that I mentioned is a spin-off that took on a life of its own. This one is The It Girl by Cicely von Ziegler. The books in this series are The It Girl, Notorious, Reckless, Unforgettable, Lucky, Tempted, Infamous, Adored, Devious, and Classic. This series is a spin-off of the Gossip Girl series, and it follows one of the characters from Gossip Girl, Jenny Humphrey, as she goes to boarding school. The third series is the last one that comes in at 10 books. This one is The A-List by Zoe Deane. This is one of the series that I haven't read the entire thing. I've read, I think, the first 4 books, but I have the first 7. I just haven't gotten around to the other ones. The books in this series are The A-List, Girls on Film, Blonde Ambition, Tall Cool One, Back in Black, Some Like It Hot, American Beauty, Heart of Glass, Beautiful Stranger, and California Dreaming. This series follows a girl named Anna as she makes the decision to move from the East Coast living with her mom to the West Coast to live with her dad. While there, she meets a lot of new people, makes friends with a lot of Hollywood royalty, makes enemies of a lot of Hollywood royalty, and your typical trashy YA cattiness ensues. The next series on this list comes in at 12 books. This one is House of Night by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. The 12 books are Marked, Betrayed, Chosen, Untamed, Hunted, Tempted, Burned, Awakened, Destined, Hidden, Revealed, and Redeemed. These books follow a girl named Zoe. There are so many Zoes happening right now. It's far too much for me. Anyways, this series follows a girl named Zoe who becomes a vampire and goes to essentially vampire finishing school. This next series is one that I'm sure everybody has heard about. It comes in at 13 books, and this series is A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. I have said the word series so many fucking times in this video, I am over it. I don't like the word series anymore. I said it again. These 13 books are The Bad Beginning, The Reptile Room, The Wide Window, The Miserable Mill, The Austere Academy, The Ersatz Elevator, The Vile Village, The Hostile Hospital, The Carnivorous Carnival, The Slippery Slope, The Grim Grotto, The Penultimate Peril, and The End. These books follow the 3 Baudelaire siblings whose parents died tragically in a fire. They're shipped off to live with their relative, Count Olaf, who really just wants to kill them and steal their fortune. What follows is truly a series of unfortunate events, ending with one of the most unfortunate endings of a series I have ever read. I'm still salty about it, but it's such a good series, but it ended in the worst possible way. But that's a rant for another time. The next series is yet another super popular one that everybody has heard about, whether through the books or the TV show. This one is Gossip Girl by Cicely von Ziegler. This series comes in at 13 books, starting with the prequel It Had to Be You, followed by Gossip Girl, You Know You Love Me, All I Want Is Everything, Because I'm Worth It, I Like It Like That, You're the One That I Want, Nobody Does It Better, Nothing Can Keep Us Together, Only in Your Dreams, Would I Lie to You, Don't You Forget About Me, and I Will Always Love You. I'm not even gonna attempt to sing that song right now because I cannot insult Whitney Houston's memory like that. This series follows a group of young socialites in New York City and all of the catty bullshit that they get up to. There's technically a 14th book in the main series, not one of these spin-offs, but do I really want to count it? It's called Psycho Killer, and it's a horror reimagining of the first book with a serial killer. I'm not about that life, so I don't know if I'll include that in the actual series, but for your information, there is a 14th Gossip Girl book in the main series. This next series comes in at 14 books, and it's one of the only times that I've ever liked the movies better than the books, but we'll get to that later. This one is The Princess Diaries by Meg Cabot. Before I tell you what the books are, I apologize for saying the word princess 18 million times. I feel like it's another one of those words that I'm not gonna like after reading this list off because it comes up so many times. The books are The Princess Diaries, Princess in the Spotlight, Princess in Love, Princess in Waiting, Project Princess, Princess in Pink, Princess in Training, The Princess Present, Party Princess, Sweet 16 Princess, Valentine Princess, Princess on the Brink, Princess Mia, and Forever Princess. I was right, I hate the word princess right now. This series follows a girl named Mia who finds out that she is the princess of a country called Genovia. The problem is, she doesn't really want to be a princess. Anyways, I like the movies better than the books. Honestly, I loved the two movies. In the books, Mia was just super whiny, and I was honestly not about it. I haven't finished all of the books. I've read up to the 7th one. I will finish the series because it's me and I can't not finish the series, but I think I will always like the movies better than the books. The next series comes in at 16 books, including 2 prequels. This one is Private by Kate Bryan. The 2 prequels are The Book of Spells and Last Christmas, and the main series starts with Private, Invitation Only, Untouchable, Confessions, Inner Circle, Legacy, Ambition, Revelation, Paradise Lost, Suspicion, Scandal, Vanished, Ominous, and Vengeance. Private follows a girl named Reed who starts attending Easton Academy, a boarding school in Connecticut, and she finds that it's not really everything that she thought it was gonna be. Even though she's technically been accepted to Easton, Easton hasn't really accepted her. Until she meets the Billings girls. They're a group of girls who live in the Billings dorm, and they are what everybody at Easton aspires to be. Reed does everything in her power to get in good with the Billings girls, but then she finds that they're not all they seem either. They have a ton of skeletons in their closet, and they will stop at nothing to hide them. The next series is one that got quite popular as well with the TV show as well as the books. It comes in at 16 books, and this series is Pretty Little Liars by Sara Shepard. The books are Pretty Little Liars, Flawless, Perfect, Unbelievable, Wicked, Killer, Heartless, Wanted, Twisted, Ruthless, Stunning, Burned, Crushed, Deadly, Toxic, and Vicious. Wow. Somebody's got some garbage or something going on out there. They're banging lots and I don't like it. I've read the first 8, haven't finished the series. I'll get around to it one day. Pretty Little Liars follows a group of 4 girls who were best friends until the 5th member of their group went missing. Fast forward several years, they're most decidedly not friends anymore, but they're brought together when it comes about that their missing friend has been found and she's dead. As if it's not horrible enough that they find out that their friend was murdered, somebody keeps sending them really creepy notes knowing things that only their dead friend knew about them. And all of them are signed A. Their dead friend was named Allison. Personally, I would have had a mental breakdown long before any of the events of the book actually happened, so props to them for sticking it out even though shit gets super weird. The last series on this list clocks in at a whopping 20 books with only 1 sequel. There was a spin-off series and there are several companion books, but the main series with its prequel is 20 books long. This series is The Clique by Lacey Harrison. The prequel is Charmed and Dangerous, and the series continues with The Clique, Best Friends for Never, Revenge of the Wannabes, Invasion of the Boy Snatchers, The Pretty Committee Strikes Back, Dial L for Loser, It's Not Easy Being Mean, Sealed with a Diss, and then the books in the Clique Summer Collection, which are Massey, Dylan, Alicia, Kristen, and Claire, Bratfest at Tiffany's, P.S. I Loathe You, Boys R Us, These Boots Were Made for Stalking, My Little Phony, and A Tale of Two Pretties. This series follows 12-year-old Claire who moves from Orlando, Florida to Westchester, New York. While Claire's family is getting settled in New York, they're living at the guest house of one of her father's old college buddies, and he has a daughter that's Claire's age. Everybody thinks these girls are gonna get along great and they're gonna be best friends, but Massey, the girl who lives in the main house, is a terrible person. Her and her friends do not want to welcome Claire, so they strive to make her life a living hell on a daily basis. They're 12 years old, and I swear to God, if I ever did a fraction of the things that these girls did, my mother would have whooped my ass black and blue. I'm afraid just thinking about what she would have done if I was such a little shithead like that. Mom, you're welcome for being such a good daughter. With that, we have come to the end of 10 series that went on for way too long. They should not have gone on this long. Definitely let me know down below in the comments if you've read any of these series and any other ones that you know of that went on for way too damn long. As always, to stay updated with my current reads and how I'm feeling about them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads, all at Your Book Nerd Zoe, which I will leave linked down below in the description box. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope you all have a wonderful day and get at least a little bit of uninterrupted reading time. I'll see you in the next video.